Hello, welcome back. We are still stuck waiting for the microscope camera. But while it's waiting, we can fix big things. We can play with the amplifier, we can play with radio, we can play with TVs. So today we have a TV to repair. That's the TV. It's LED 32 Samsung TV that came in for repair. It's plugged on power source, but the problem with this TV, it doesn't show any red standby light. This is just a dirty TV, no standby light, no anything. So there's no need to press the power on button, because the power on button, all the buttons are here, and I'm sure here we must have some LED. So what I would do, let me open the TV and we'll try to fix it. There's nothing that we can do. We're still waiting for the microscope camera to come. The thing is, I talked with the seller. He said you can only ship it to Zimbabwe with AliExpress standard shipping, which is taking three weeks to 1 month. So while he's still waiting, let's fix big things. So let me open the TV. We'll diagnose why the power supply doesn't have standby light. Because if the TV is plugged on power source, there must be red light, which indicates that the motherboard or the power supply is receiving power. Okay? So just give me a moment. I'll come back. So I'm back. That's the motherboard. We have a small unique motherboard, which is so nice. Here we have the control buttons. Here we have the LED, which is meant to give us red light when your TV is on standby. So it's plugged on power source. We can confirm here there's no light. You can see there's no light, but let's confirm the input voltage. Input voltage, obviously we do have 220. 220 you can see on the screen. On the big capacitor, we have 0 volts. So here we have AC 220, but on the big capacitor we don't have voltage. That means our high voltage somehow is getting lost from the AC connector to the big capacitor. Here we do have the rectifier bridge. On the output of the rectifier, we have nothing. And on the input of the rectifier, we have nothing. Okay. So if we don't have voltage on the input of the rectifier, you can see that the rectifier here, we have the big capacitor. Here we have this black thing which looks like a fuse. Okay. The big capacitor blown up. Check this capacitor. It's got a bump on top. This capacitor is gone. It's gone. You can't see. We don't have microscope, so we have to understand that. So the big capacitor is blown up, but the reason why we don't have AC into the rectifier is because of a blown up fuse, maybe. Let's check out the fuse. Let's check the fuse. You know, we just found the problem. Let's do like this. What I want to check the fuse, because we are not receiving AC into the rectifier. on the input of the rectifier. So here we have a fuse, and the fuse is gone. So the fuse is blown up. What about the switching MOSFET? The switching MOSFET is shorted. So the capacitor is gone, the switching MOSFET is gone, the fuse is gone. What about the rectifier? Or on the big capacitor, do we have any short? We do have short. Okay, let's replace the switching MOSFET. We want to replace the switching MOSFET, and then we replace the big capacitor and the fuse. So let's replace. First, what are we replacing? We are replacing the big capacitor. Where is my tweezer? Let's first replace the switching MOSFET. Yeah, let's start with the switching MOSFET. I'll apologize that we are not seeing clearly what I'm doing, because you know the story. So right now what I'm doing, I'm taking out the switching MOSFET. Switching MOSFET is out. The next thing, I will test it, but I'm sure it's gone. Do you still have a short on the big capacitor? The short is gone. So our problem, the switching MOSFET is gone. I'm taking another one from board for space, just as simple as that. Our MOSFET is now in place. Our next thing is to desolder the big capacitor. This big guy. So in most cases, when you have a blown up fuse, the fuse is blown up because of something else. You can see the capacitor. It's got a bump on top. So I'm taking another capacitor from board for space. This is 447, and our replacement is a 450 100 micro, which is even better. So our capacitor is out. Coming on this port, the plus is always the marked area. The plus is the unmarked area, and the marked one, that is the ground. So TV repairs are simple and nice. Let me take out this plastic completely. Yeah. And we have so many TVs to repair. We have so many TVs to repair. Our capacitor. Our capacitor seems to be fine. That's our capacitor. Now what is left is to fix the fuse. That's all what we have to do now. So from here we are fixing another TV. After that we'll fix another TV. We've got so many TVs to fix. So this TV was not turning on, was not showing any sign of life. And if you have same problem with your TV, just know that something. So here we fix three things. We change the big capacitor, we change the switching MOSFET, and the fuse was blown up. Now let's check again. I'll check the switching MOSFET. I'll check on the big capacitor. There's no short. On the bridge rectifier, no short. So what I would do, we don't want to waste time because we still have so many jobs to do. What I'm going to do now, I'll plug this cable. I'll plug this cable and I'll come with the AC. If anything is wrong, something is going to blow up. Plugged in. I can't see any standby light. Okay. Yeah, that can happen. That can happen after I think you have done it all. But on this one, we do have standby light. You see the standby light? So something is wrong with that cable. Pressing the power. Maybe we can't turn it on. On. This is not the original panel. So with this cable, we can turn on the TV. But that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Let's test with this one. I'm just taking random cables just to see if with this one on. Yeah, it's changing to green. So this job is done. This job is done. What we can do, let me check out the TV. That's the TV. That's the TV which is in front of me. I'll connect all and then we'll test. Now let's test the TV. The TV is plugged on power source. You can see we now have standby light. And if I turn the TV at the back, we still have that small engine. Nothing has changed. So pressing the power is changing to green, and our TV is working fine. You see? Yeah, those are stickers on the screen. There's nothing bad about the LCD, but everything is working fine. You see? Everything is working fine. Menu. You see? So that's how you fix a dirty TV motherboard. So let me know what you think on the comment section, and if you have anything that you want to know, don't hesitate to leave a comment and I'll try to answer you on the next repair. I'm very sorry guys, you can't really see what I'm doing because I'm not working under microscope. You know the story. Even myself, I'm not happy about that. But at the moment, while it's waiting for the camera, we can try to fix big things. Just to have something to entertain you during harsh conditions. See you on the next one. Bye bye.